Morgan. What a surprise. Not really. I was being a little facetious. You and I were both here for the same reason, right? Find out who hired that heartless hit woman. I was outraged, I tell you. Outraged when I found out those two young lovers were being targeted by such evil. I mean, doesn't anyone believe in the sanctity of love anymore? What's happening to this world?
Were you paying the woman for a job well done? Or were you threatening to kill her?
You know, for a pro, this little hit woman is alarmingly chatty. Somebody ought to do something about that. Sit these young bloods down and school them in proper deportment. I mean, assassin rule #1. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. You're not going to believe who hired her.
Try me.
Old man Trujillo. You gotta love the guy. That geezer's older than I am, and he just keeps on ticking like that bunny. What was I saying?
Old man Trujillo hired her.
Oh, right. Thank you. It's the short-term memory. Anyway, I think the Trujillos are trying to sow the seeds of discontent. They're pitting our families against one another using Michael and his lady love. Sonny rightly jumps to defend Michael, but wrongly blames the Sakaras, and we got a war.
It could be.
And I don't condone using a man's child as a pawn in a strategy move. It's cowardly. And to target Michael, unconscionable. I mean, the boys...
Don't talk about Michael.
You see? There it is, that instantaneous reflex to protect the boy. It's inspirational. It makes me want to support that effort. And to that end, I got an offer to make. This is what I'm thinking. The distance and mistrust between our families is very well known, therefore easily exploited. We need to bridge the gap. Your Michael and my John are already leading the way. We have to follow their example.
How's that?
I want you to come work for me. No, I'm serious. I've envied Sonny all these years, having such a solid enforcer at his back, loyal, professional, and absolutely lethal. Now, since Michael and John have formed this alliance, working for me gives you proximity. You can continue protecting the boy from up close.
I like the job I have.
You can't blame me for trying. Very nice chatting with you.
Hey,
Some good news.
Can you give me a second? I'm so pissed off right now, I can't even think straight. She has no concept of boundaries.
Brenda.
I love her to death. I married her. I'm committed to her. But, you know, when it comes to my kids, she keeps going against me, and it's going to end up hurting Christina.
Okay, what's going on?
Christina, for whatever reason, thinks she has to be with Ethan. I said to her, you're too young, he's too old for you, and he's married.
Okay, you want me to play devil's advocate?
No, I want you to just be a friend, because I need to get this out.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm trying to be a responsible parent, lead Christina down the right path, but Brenda gets in the middle. She contradicts me, undermines my authority.
I'm sure Brenda thinks she's helping.
Well, she's not helping. She can't be a friend to Christina. What she needs to do is, you know, have a firm hand with her, because you know what Christina's been through. We don't know what kind of chaos Ethan's gonna bring. He is Luke's son. I like Luke, but I wouldn't want him dating my daughter.
Have you talked to Brenda about it?
I have talked to her. She doesn't listen. She pretends to, and then Christina comes in the room, and she's like the fairy godmother. It's got to stop. I mean, I can't take it anymore. Cause any trouble for Luke, he's going through a hard time, and I want to support him, so I I asked Ethan to come over here, and I told him to stay away from Christina. And he flat out refused.
Are they, a couple?
Well, according to Ethan, they're friends, whatever that means. So I said to him, you know what? You're too old. It's unacceptable. And I said the same thing to Christina. Now, with her, I can understand because she's a young girl with her first crush. But Ethan is a grown man. You would think he would just bow out gracefully.
And you should. You got to be careful not to push Christina too hard.
You mean the way you handle Michael? Where you don't draw lines and dare him to cross or, threaten to cut him off?
Am I wrong about that?
I got mixed feelings about that, but even if it's the right way to handle Michael, it's not the right way to handle Christina.
Yeah, but I can only go by the way, things happen to me. Ultimatums didn't work. It just pushed me in the opposite direction.
I understand it, but the truth is we don't really know how to handle our kids. And Christina is a lot like me. She will push. She doesn't know any boundaries until somebody shuts her down. And being her father, it's got to be me.
Hey, come in.
Hey. Look, I know you two want to put the last few months behind you and move on.
Yeah, is there a problem with
Well,
that?
I just came from the PCPD and I saw Anthony talking to the woman who killed Brandon.
Okay, well, that didn't really surprise me. He's probably just trying to do damage control, making sure she doesn't give him up.
Well, I'm thinking another way. Actually, everything the hit woman has done has been on Anthony's orders, including getting caught. And Johnny could be in on that.
So you're saying you think I let myself get played?
Cora is a ruthless manipulator, but I don't think Johnny has an agenda.
Johnny may be using me as a way to avoid a war with Dad, but I do not buy for a second that he set up the way we caught the hit woman.
Maybe Anthony's playing both of you. We know he's pulling the strings. Michael, you're the prize.
Okay, I don't like the sound of any of that.
Abby's free. You don't need anybody else. You don't need Anthony. You don't need Johnny. You just stay away from them.
What if I don't?